WBA champion. 24-year-old Dana Rosenblatt would like to add his name to the list of men trying to lift the middleweight division to former glory. This current WBC Continental Americas champ hopes he can make the step from footlights to the spotlight and add something special to his sport.
Boxing is a game to a large degree which has a black eye, so to speak, and if in any way I can change people's image of the game and make people see that there are some certain quality individuals, some good people, some standout figures in society that compete in this game, then that's a positive for me. It's a positive for boxing, and I'm most definitely happy to contribute in any way I can.
Against Sean Fitzgerald, he showed the power that brought him 20 KOs in 27 bouts, and it brought him the New England title. Veteran Frank Savannah was supposed to be tougher, but Rosenblatt closed out Boston Garden with a virtuoso performance.
I believe that was one of my better performances, and I was able to outbox him handily. I accentuated my southpaw stance and beating him to the jab with my right jab over his left hand, and I basically systematically took him apart. I opened up a nasty cut over his right eye and over his left eye and under his left eye, which forced the doctor to stop it. He was basically dejected the whole fight throughout, and his corner basically threw in the towel because he was getting basically such a beaten systematically that it worked really well for the course of my career, and that fight, I could say to date, was one of my biggest fights.
Rosenblatt, now 27-0, is on the threshold of making some big things happen.
To be the champion of the world is something that I've always wanted to attain, and fighting now for the WBU championship against Howard Davis is it's a long-term goal of mine, to win the title.
Announcer J.J. Wright.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, showtime once again here inside the Fleet Center here in Boston, Massachusetts, as Top-Rank Boxing Incorporated Goldman Athletic Club in association with the undisputed king of beers, Budweiser, another exciting round of boxing action. Right now on tap, it's a 12-rounder to hopefully fill the WBU World Middleweight title. Of course, the WBU is sanctioned under the sanctions of President John Robinson, who is by ringside tonight, Chairman Ed Levine, and Supervisor Don Hazelden. Our judges for this bout will be Don O'Neill, Eugene Grant, and Jackie Castellini. Our timekeepers tonight, Lee Meter and Art Fritsch. Our doctors in attendance, Patty Yeffy and Joel Solomon. Our referee for this bout, Steve Smoger. And now, let's meet our players in this little dance card. In the blue corner, at 158 pounds, standing 5'9", originally from Glen Cove, now living in New Jersey, wearing the black trunks, with an incredible record of 36-5-1, including 14 knockouts, former Olympic gold medal winner, Howard Davis Jr. And now in the red corner, at 158 pounds with 5'10", from Malden, Massachusetts, hometown boy, with the blue and white trunks, with a record of 27-0, including 20 knockouts. Give it up for Dangerous Dana Rosenblatt.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for tonight's main event between Dana Rosenblatt and Howard Davis. You see the obvious age difference, and both fighters weighing in at just about the same, and the reach advantage slightly in favor of Rosenblatt. Let's take the rules as governed by the WBU 10-point must system. No 3 knockdown rule. There is a standing 8 count. Only the referee can stop the fight, and the fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. And Al Bernstein, what are some of the important factors to watch for tonight?
First of all, for Dana Rosenblatt, he's got to cut off the ring. It's a very small ring. Got to get inside and then work the body. That is his strong suit. Howard Davis, on the other hand, quite a different strategy for him. Even at the age of 40, he will want to box. Constantly, you should move to your left against the southpaw. And in his case, he must stay off the ropes. That's what Rosenblatt does his best work.
We are set for 12 rounds. The vacant WBU Middleweight Championship. Live from the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts. Glad you can join us on Championship Boxing on ESPN. Round number 1 underway. Dana Rosenblatt in the white trunks. Howard Davis in the black trunks.
You know what's fascinating? Just sitting here looking at Howard Davis, and I'm sure people at home have the same feeling. They're looking at him and they're saying he doesn't really look 160 pounds, does he? It's not like he looks flabby or anything. He's just bigger.
Al, you made a good point yesterday when we were talking about this fight. One thing about Howard Davis, fighting a lefty in Rosenblatt, Davis had problems with lefties in his first career.
It is interesting. James Watt, who he lost to in one title match, he lost to Hector Camacho. Also fought a stylish lefty, Shelton LeBlanc, who he beat but had trouble with. Lefties do not bode well for, and this is wrong. I mean, just wrong. Dana Rosenblatt will rip you on the inside to the body and the head better than almost anybody in this division if you let him get on the inside.
And doing good work to the body, hooking with his right hand to the side of the rib cage of Howard Davis, and that's the fastest way to take away a guy's legs.
I know Ali made the rope-a-dope stylish when he did it against Foreman, but I don't think this is the same kind of instance. Maybe a plan by Howard Davis, but I don't think he can afford to do that.
Approaching the midway point of round number 1. Howard Davis says he's back to win that ever elusive title. And down goes Davis.
He was moving the wrong way constantly to the right. He walked right into the straight left by Rosenblatt.
Hey, talk to me though.
Davis says he's okay. A poor start for Howard Davis against Dana Rosenblatt.
He's still going the wrong way. He's still moving almost exclusively to his right. He will get nailed again by a straight left by Rosenblatt. And if he's going to move to the right, he better vary it and come back, which he just did there.
Rosenblatt with 20 career knockouts. 7 have come in the first round.
Did you see Rosenblatt a moment ago, too? Nice veteran move from this youngster. He used the right hook to keep Davis from going to his left. He's been well taught by Joe Lake, I'll tell you what.
There's an uppercut on the inside, too.
Very good inside boxer.
And you have to wonder about Howard Davis's fight plan here in round 1. He's letting the stronger man just dictate the turn.
I'm here, step.
I don't think he read my keys to victory. I really don't.
Obviously not.
Or didn't believe him anyway.
Final seconds of round number 1. Howard Davis has already touched the canvas once. We begin round number 2 of this scheduled 12-round WBU Middleweight Championship bout. Dana Rosenblatt in the white trunks, Howard Davis in the black trunks, and Rosenblatt sending Davis to the canvas in round 1. Interesting comments by Davis on Rosenblatt. Davis said, well, he's a karate champion. I'm an Olympic champion. He's not very impressed. He said that in Ron Borges' column in the Boston Globe. I think he is probably now impressed.
Sure has changed his opinion by now, Dana Rosenblatt. And we have evidence to prove that he has probably changed his opinion. Not a bad round, all things considered, for Dana Rosenblatt. 41 out of 73 and a knockdown. And how about the terrible output of Davis, 3 for 8.
And again, the body work by Rosenblatt, the straight left hand on the inside. 1 minute into round number 2.
Don't punch, watch your heads inside.
Davis had to go 10 rounds in 3 of the 4 bouts since his comeback. And so he wasn't knocking out opponents that even he would admit weren't terrific. He stepped up certainly in taking on Rosenblatt.
There's a jab by Rosenblatt.
Rosenblatt does something that so many boxers forget to use. He uses his jab to work his way in, then he gets into this position and he can throw those body shots. He very seldom throws moving or wild punches to work his way in. He's very methodical in that sense.
Right now, Rosenblatt pretty much doing what he wants. And Howard Davis meekly trying to initiate some type of offensive. And down goes Davis again. And he's not getting up.
And I just hope he's okay. Howard Davis got hit on the temple with that right hook, and they're quick to get in there to administer to him.
And I hope he doesn't fight again. Dana Rosenblatt's 21st career knockout. His 20